What's up, y'all? Cam, that guy here, back once again with another YouTube video, man. All right, man. So today is Sunday, which is Bible Day. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna be reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Giving out lessons today. You know what I'm saying? Like I normally do. Like I said, I'm trying to do this more consistently every Sunday and Wednesday. I read the Bible off camera a few times, so in the last Bible video I did, I'm a little far ahead. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm on chapter 10 right now. You know what I'm saying? I believe in my last video I stopped. I forgot what chapter I stopped on, right? But I went a few chapters ahead, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do these videos. You see what I'm saying? I got this video. And I got I'm single and available video, right? I want to definitely get into detail with that. You know what I mean? But with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna begin with chapter I'm actually gonna go ahead and skip ahead to chapter 11, right? Because chapter 10 is pretty much them introducing, you know what I'm saying, a generation, just son after daughter after daughter, right? So it's nothing, you know what I'm saying, meaningful in chapter 10, right? So let me go ahead and skip to chapter 11, you know what I'm saying? And go from there, you know what I'm saying? So let's go and get into this video, man. And the whole earth, okay, chapter 11, Genesis. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. I want to stop right here real quick. So, you know what I'm saying? Yes, back in the day, there was one language. They end up introducing more languages. I think it's so interesting, you know what I'm saying, how at one point in time everybody spoke the same language, and then now we have a multitude of languages, right? But I think it just, you know what I'm saying, it's going to describe it more in here, but like, it's just interesting, man. You know what I mean? But anyway, verse 3. And they said to one another, go to, let us make a brick. And they burned them thoroughly. And man, and they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Verse 5. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men build. Right, so pretty much what I got from that was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to build a tower, you know what I'm saying, and a city and shit like that. And according to this Bible, the Lord came down and saw the things of what people built. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's what the Bible's saying, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and keep reading, man. I mean, I guess back in the day, I guess God came, I guess he used to come down on earth every now and then, you know what I'm saying? I guess it kind of makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because this is Genesis, you know what I'm saying? But typically, you know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? The last spiritual being that came down from, like, that was on earth, to my knowledge, is probably somewhere like a Revelation or some shit. I don't know who that would be, you know what I mean? Or Ephesians or Hebrews or some shit. Maybe it was Jesus, actually. I don't even know. But anyway, you know what I mean? Verse 6. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Verse 9, therefore in the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and then the Lord scattered them abroad upon the face of all the earth. Verse 10, these are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. This is my final verse, verse 11. And Shem lived after he begat Arphaxad 500 years and beget sons of daughters. I mean, sons and daughters. All right, so I would say, you know what I'm saying, this is just them talking about, can we begin with verse 6? It's pretty much saying, okay, the world was one language, but then different languages got developed, you know what I'm saying? I honestly think, I would prefer, you know what I'm saying, there was as least languages as possible. I'm pretty sure everybody would like that, right? You know, to have a bunch of different languages, it could be more bad than good, but it is what it is. That's just my opinion, but everybody might probably think different. You know, it's a cultural thing. It's a difference thing. You know what I'm saying? It really, you know what I mean? So it's pretty much them just talking about, you know what I'm saying, they building a city and shit, and how people got scattered and shit. And it's talking about Shem, you know what I'm saying? He was 100 years old. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me say this, man. Back in the day in the Bible, man, people used to live really long. You see what I'm saying? Back in the day in the Bible, people lived a long time. You see what I'm saying? This is very true. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know. I guess you could say the reason why it stopped is just because natural human evolution and the food that we eat and the radiation that we get from electronic devices and the atmosphere that we breathe, all this fake ass weather and shit, and these clouds and just machinery and shit and car gas, all that shit in between. All that bullshit can just simply play a role. You see what I'm saying? And why we don't live like how we used to live, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I mean? Let me see. So it's yeah, you know what I mean? Ain't really saying too much. This is self-explanatory. I should have to break this down to a T. So anyway, let's go and go to verse 12. And Aprax lived 530 years and begat Salah. And Aprax, let me see. Okay, so from here, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much just giving down a generational break. So let me go ahead and skip to chapter 12. You see what I'm saying? Because from like verse 11 all the way to 32, it's just giving a breakdown of generations. You see what I'm saying? So let me go ahead. Wait, hold on. I actually see something on verse 29. Let me go to verse 29, you know. Wait, hold on. I need to see what I need to pick up of. Okay. Let me begin with verse 28. No, let me begin with chapter 12. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing is a generational thing. So let me begin at chapter 12, right? So let me just double check, make sure it's not going to give any more generational things. Okay, cool. All right, so chapter 12, right? Now the Lord has said unto Abraham, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee, and I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Verse 3, and I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curses thee, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Verse 4, so Abraham departed as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him, and Abraham was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. Verse 5, and Abraham took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they have gotten in Haran, and they forth go into the land of Canaan, and into the land of Canaan they came. All right, so let me go and break some of these down, man. So, you know what I'm saying? From here, you know what I'm saying, you got this big generational thing. Abraham, you know what I'm saying, told him, get out the country, you know what I'm saying? So he decided to do some shit, you know what I'm saying, according to this Bible. There's different literations of a Bible and shit. You know, if I were to read an older generation Bible, it will be written differently, you know what I'm saying? So there's different generations of a Bible. And I always say this, the older the Bible, the better, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I mean, this Bible is, it's like 21st century years old. You see what I'm saying? So if I was to get a 1900s Bible, this shit will probably be written way better and different. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? So if I were to get a 20th century Bible versus a 21st century Bible, it will be written more spiritual and better and holy to understandable to real Christians' belief, if that makes sense. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So basically what this is saying is, I mean, I ain't really saying much, you know what I mean? It's just saying that, you know, he's going to curse people, bless people, he's trying to take people out the land or whatever the case may be, and that's that. But I do want to speak on something, though, that I did see, man. I want to speak on something, man. I want to speak on the word soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Soul. You know what I'm saying? So, soul is a hard definition to break down. Like, I don't even know how to break down the word soul, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? In theory, you know what I'm saying? We can't physically see a soul as far as, like, you know what I mean, in our body through an x-ray or MRI, whatever the case may be. So it's kind of just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a belief. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe you have a soul or not? You know what I'm saying? But in theory, in science, we can't just see a soul through an MRI or X-ray or just open up a body or whatever the case may be, right? So it's kind of just, you know what I'm saying? It's something that you just, you know, you just hope that you got. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Do you believe that you have a soul or not? You know what I'm saying? That's what it kind of boils down to, you know what I mean? So for me, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I believe I have a soul. You know what I'm saying? I believe, you know what I'm saying, I need to do a better job on my soul. You know what I'm saying? This, down the third. I believe I need to work on it. You know what I'm saying? And try to become more holy. You know what I'm saying? I need to, you know what I'm saying? There's always room for me to be a better spiritual being. I would say it's tough, you know what I'm saying, when you go out in society and you have a lot of evil people, you know what I'm saying, you know, do things to try to get you off edge. You know what I'm saying? It's tough, you know what I mean? But you know, all in all, I do a good job. You see what I'm saying? I do a good job, you know, saying staying composed, not getting thrown off edge and shit. I mean, do you see how professional I act in my YouTube videos? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the old me will be, like, way off edge. You see what I'm saying? You see how professional I act when I'm out and about and shit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, even off camera, I act relatively the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, sometimes when I pull out a camera, people do like to show out. You know what I'm saying? So when you take it off camera, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell it to you like this. Let me not get too more. I want to read some more of this, but let me say this real quick. Let me make this kind of short. So basically, when I take a camera out, is either, you know what I'm saying, they gonna do good to me or bad to me. So in other words, they either gonna, you know what I'm saying, try to make me look good on camera or not. Most times they'll make me look bad. You know what I'm saying? Off camera is sort of the lines of like, okay, it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna get type shit. You know what I'm saying? With the camera, I know like they gonna make me look bad. I mean, you look at all my vlogs, you hear the audio, you see the shit that goes on, they make me look bad, right? So when you go off camera, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, times off camera I went, it's kind of like, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they could like do some shit that like really piss me off. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like the same as the camera, but the camera is more efficient of them making me look bad, right? Whereas off camera, it can like, okay, they could do some shit that really get under my skin type shit that they wouldn't do with me having a camera out. Or, you know what I'm saying, it could be on the lines of like, okay, you know what I'm saying, they actually did something nice as fuck to me. They actually did something good to me for a change, you know what I'm saying? So it's either or off camera, if you catch my drift, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so from here, man, we're gonna do a bit of a skip. Yeah, so we're gonna do a bit of a skip, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip to chapter 14. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna go and skip to chapter 14. I kind of want to move ahead a little bit because I was skip as I was talking. I was skimming through this shit. It just, you know, I mean, I could read this shit. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I guess I will read. I guess I'll keep reading it. I'll keep reading. I spoke too soon, so I say something that is worth reading. All right, man. So let me go ahead. Verse 7. And the Lord appeared unto Abraham and said unto thy seed, will I give this land, and there build he an altar unto the Lord who appeared unto him. Verse 8. And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west, and Hai on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. Verse 9. And Abraham journeyed, going on still toward the south. Verse 10. And there was a famine in the land, and Abraham went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. Verse 11. And it came to pass, when he came near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarah his wife, behold, now I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Verse 12. Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, they shall say, this is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. Verse 13, this is by Father. I'm going to break this down. Say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. All right, so I read 7 through like 12 or some shit, up to 13. So anyway, saying Abraham appeared to the Lord. He got his land or whatever. Then you got Bethel, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. I wonder, is that Bethlehem? I forgot what that shit is. So Abraham, he journeyed, he went to Egypt. Egypt was definitely, you know what I'm saying, one of the like first like, you know, lands back in the day or whatever. He met his wife, and Abraham liked his wife or whatever the case may be. And then, who is this talking? Okay. Oh, yeah. So I guess Abraham's about to, I don't know. Let me see. Let me see something. Okay. Anyways, yeah, basically just saying that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, ain't really too much to break down. This, you know what I mean? Self-explanatory this shit. I'm reading this Old Testament shit, man. Anyway, man. It's like, I don't know, man. I like the New Testament better than the Old Testament, but the Old Testament is just as good as the New Testament, but sometimes, bro, how they be, like, typing this shit be like, what the fuck did you type, man? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, and it came to pass that when, how much time I got? Okay, this is actually the end of this video, you know what I'm saying? I think this is fair. This is about the end of this video. I don't want to make this video too long and shit. So this is good, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the end of this video or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So this video wasn't as appealing as the last video or some shit. Because like I said, I did read the Bible off camera and some shit. And I read some interesting shit a couple chapters earlier. It just, I read the Bible off camera, so I couldn't, you know what I'm saying, I described some of the shit. Like, you know, I could have really spit some shit off the shit I read before. Like, what I just read was not interesting shit, but I read the Bible. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But before, like, these few chapters I just read, it was really interesting. Like, when I read off camera, I could have really, like, spit some knowledge, right? But I read off camera, you see what I'm saying? So the stuff I read today was not really as appealing as the stuff before, but it will get better. But anyway, that's about all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying, for this video, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed this video and shit, you know what I mean? Let me go ahead and end this video with a prayer. And that'll be it for me. Ooh. I'm going, man. Here I go. All right, man. So there we go, man. So a lot of y'all probably wondering, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of people out there, how does my prayer, what do I say, you know what I'm saying? How does my prayer thing work? Well, I can explain it to you. It actually changes and it varies. Well, I can put it to you simply like this. When I pray, I do not wish for nothing. So in other words, when I pray, I don't be like, oh, Jesus, God, please help me move out. Please help me do this or that. I don't pray like that. You know what I'm saying? So if you thinking that I pray like that, I don't. I said, so I'll put it to you like that. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much the end of this video. You know what I'm saying? So if you like this video, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I know how to actually pray. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got taught it when I was very, very young. You know what I'm saying? And all that other shit. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know what I'm saying? So long. Catch you in my next video.